Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our session today. My name is Quintress Sefala, and I am from SchoolNet South Africa. However, today I will be representing Google Digital Skills for Africa. I am joined by my moderator, Matapelo Suhume, who will be facilitating the chat box. If you have any questions, comments, do drop them in the chat box. So we'll see who is about to join us today, and we hope you have a lovely session. Welcome, Sbongile. We hope you enjoy the session and interact with us. Let's get started. So today's agenda is basically us talking about the introduction to digital marketing. We will discover different digital marketing channels, and at the end, we will get to build an actual digital marketing plan. But before we begin, I'd like to let you know that Google is offering a free one-on-one mentoring session. If you are a small business or a charity, you just have to sign up for the Google mentoring and it will take you right through to it. Right, so let's just get started. So we will jump in and do introduction to digital marketing. So before we begin, I have a question for you. What opportunities might you get from being online? So what opportunities come from being online? So I'll give it a few seconds to get some answers. And we will just move along if we don't have an answer, and I'll get back to it a few minutes through the session. All right. So there are lots of benefits from being online. And just to name a few, being online gives you or your customer an easy way to find you. You get to reach a larger audience and you get to build your brand and gain credibility. So you become credible to your customers. So we live in a world, in a mobile world to be more specific. And being in this world, it changes how we behave. And over the recent years, there has been a significant increase in how we use our mobiles. And there have been like 2.5 billion smartphone users globally. And this is only 2020. One can only imagine now in 2021 how many smartphone users do we have. And from that 2.5 billion, 53.38 million people have smartphones in South Africa. And 91% of those South Africans own mobile phones, and 80% in Kenya and Nigeria. So that's quite a huge number. And there's also 18.43 million e-commerce users in South Africa. And this is only South Africa alone. So you can only imagine globally how we're sitting. So now research suggests that 80% of sales come from only 20% of the population's most brands. So now you're thinking your mobile designers. And now this tells us that for a business to stand out or to be relevant and to drive sales, they must be able to connect with their target audience. This can be challenging, but that's why we're doing this session today, to take you through the online digital tools in order to unlock the different business opportunities that are available online. Right, so being online gives you an opportunity to reach a wide range of people, and it makes you more compatible with your competitors. And you get to expand your customer base. You become reachable 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And this allows your customers to find you much easy and to get your product at the tip of being online. And you could use services like Google Trends, where it helps you to compare number of Google searches. And this can be products and services in your country and nearby countries such as Kenya and Nigeria. So being online not only gets you customers across the globe, but you also get this insight of information on how to create a better marketing strategy. Now, being online allows you to gain access to leverage different or a wide range of analytical tools from different platforms. And platforms that one can use is Google marketing platforms, where there's various tools that one can use. And one tool that a business could leverage is Google Analytics. So Google Analytics allows site and app analytics, where you get to see your audience, you get to see the acquisitions. This is where your customers come from, the behaviors. So what do customers do when they're online or when they're on your site? And you get to optimize, you get to test variations of your sites and apps and to see what works for you. And you also you have different analytics, such as YouTube Analytics, Google Ads, Data Studio, Brand Lift Survey, just to name a few. Now, Google Analytics, to be specific, can help you understand your customers' behavior. So the demographics are broken down to show you the valuable insights of your product. So when you use Google Analytics, you find out more information about who visits your website. It helps you understand your customer more, and it gives you a better marketing material that are relevant for your business. Right. And then now there's also you also get gain insights with social media analytics. And to name a few, there's Facebook and Twitter. And with these two channels, you get to find out the democratics, how people are interacting on social media, what time of the day are they checking out your content, how are they interacting. So you get to see your reach, your engagement, and also tells you which day works the best for you to post, what time works for you. And it gets, like we said, the aim here is you get to understand, or it helps you understand your customers more, and it gives you a better way to connect with your customers, and at a meaningful way, to be more specific. So now, how do you build your audience profile? So when you build your audience profile, you look at your audience. So who are they? Who are your customers? How can you profile them, rather, or how can you reach them? How can you connect with them much better? And then you get to look at your traffic source. So you discuss, you check how, which routes they use to get to you. Which platforms or tools are they coming from? Are they coming from Facebook? Are they coming from your website directly, or did they search you online? And then you get to see your content. Is your content connecting with your customers? Do they like your content? And then conversions are basically, are they buying your services or products successfully? So basically, which path, leading them to a path leading them to your product or services. Now let's look at how you communicate or you support your customers. This is basically your reviews. Because remember that with being online, you get to connect with your customers easily. And there are tools that can help you, or online listings such as Google My Business, TripAdvisor, and social media apps. And this is where most of our customers would probably spend most of their time, social media. So communicating with your customers is very important, and it gives you different it gives you added benefits, to be more specific. So it gives you get to know your customers, like I've been saying, their interests, their location. You improve customer service. So you get to interact with them through reviews. You build your credibility, customer loyalty, and you create a much broader customer base. And remember that when they leave the reviews, it's important that you prioritize the quality. So it's always important that you give out the best of your product or your service, because reviewers like myself, because I'm a reviewer as well, customers get to see your product or understand your product much better. And with communicating with your customers, you get to build your brand identity. So this will increase the likelihood for your customers to come back or do business with you again. Also remember that when there is a review, it's very important that you respond to the reviews. Why is that? Because if you don't respond, it's likely that it will give you a negative effect. And when you do review, it will boost your brand, because people get to see that you believe in your quality, the quality of your product, and you care about your customers. So it's very important that you respond to your customers, right? But before we move to the next part of the session, I will pause for questions and go back to the question that I asked earlier on. Do I have any answers? Do I have any responses? Okay, so there is no responses, no questions. I'm assuming that you're enjoying my session, because I am enjoying it as well. We learn as we move along. Right, so now we're going to move to the second part of our session, digital marketing channels. So there are a wide range of digital marketing channels, and the importance of digital marketing is that it spread the word about your business, it spread the word about your company. And remember, people are online all the time, right? So basically, it's anything you do online gets more attention. And at some point, we hope that it will reach, or rather it will bring sales to your business. Or and also, let's just look at the different types of channels. So we have the search engine marketing. So this is basically paying for your advertisements on Google or Bing. And then we have social media marketing. This is platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter to gain attention and to reach more customers. And we have display marketing. So this is online advertising that appears in different forms. This could be videos, image, animation. And then we have email marketing. So this is you collecting and using email addresses to communicate with your users. And then we also have content marketing. So content marketing is basically you creating and sharing different types of content. This can be videos, this can be how-tos, this can be infographics, and blog posts. Welcome, I'm Besiwe. We hope you enjoy the session. Don't forget to drop any comment or questions in the chat box and get engaged with us. Let us know what you're thinking and how you're feeling. Right, so now search marketing is literally the power of searching to reach new customers. And what we see on this page is that this is a search engine results page. And there's three things that appear here. First thing, you'll notice that someone typed on Google looking for something. And then secondly, you will see that we have ads that are paid. So the paid listing, which appears above, those are the cameras that you see. And then you have the organic listing. This is what appears below the paid listing. And then from there, you get to understand the search engine optimization. How do you make your business stay relevant to the customers? How do they find you? So now here comes this one of the wonderful channels that you could use, which is called search engine optimization. This boosts your visibility when people search online. So this basically involves Google helping you. So basically, Google understands your web pages and gets to see what they could use there for your customers to reach you. So how do you get started with search engine optimization? Firstly, you sign up for Google Search Console. and you just submit your content to Google. You monitor what you're doing in the searches, and it sends alerts on critical issues. So Google Search Console basically will help you identify where there are issues or errors in your website. And then secondly, we help Google find your content. So you basically submit your sitemap. So when you submit your sitemap, you're basically giving Google bots an understanding of the structure of your website. That way, it's easy for Google to better understand your site and the products that you offer. So what you do is you submit your sitemap, you promote your site on and offline, and then you share new content. Remember, it's always important to stay relevant with your content. Lastly, you optimize your content. You create content that is valuable to your users. Like, what do they really want to know? You fresh content is always important. You must create unique titles, create logical titles, and use headings to emphasize the important text. So basically, like I said, search engine optimization, short for SEO, helps you improve your website visibility so that people know what they're searching for when they search for your product and for your services. So now let's give you a few tips on using search engine optimization. So you need to conduct a keyword research. So you need to discover and understand the words and phrases that people are looking for. So if you, for example, using rather selling pizza, most of us are looking for fresh pizza, or we're looking for pepperoni, or we're looking for pineapple, for the few of us that like pineapple. So you need to make sure that you look for the keywords that stand out in your site, on your website, to be more specific. And you need to publish useful and high quality content, so that this is for you. If you understand your customers, you will definitely publish quality pictures, for example, or content or videos. And then you need to make your web pages search friendly. So we need to be able to, like, you need to help the search engines better understand your content. So make sure that your web pages are super friendly. And to be honest, when you're doing this, when you're using search engine optimization, take your time so that you find the right content and you make sure the tips are well adhered to. Right, now we're going to look at building visibility with Google My Business. So remember that Google My Business is that platform that allows you to create free listing. This is, you will look at it as a local SEO. So it helps Google find you. So it helps Google help you. So it's important that when you use Google My Business, you are more descriptive. You describe your product very, very well. Like, you are very specific with your product, and you make sure that it's easy to find. It's easy for customers to find. So you should always use Google My Business, so that when we search online, it's easy for us to find you. So make sure the content, or rather the finer details, are there. Right. So now Google has a free marketing kit from Google My Business. So you just need to go to the link that's there, which is marketingkit.withgoogle.com, just to get to see the free marketing kit that is available there. And you use it to assist you with regards to the different social posts, how to create customer posts, and so forth. Now let's look at the difference between search engine optimization and search engine marketing. So search engine optimization is free. The main benefit of it is free. You pay nothing to use search engines such as Google. And then search engine marketing is where you pay. But you only pay when someone clicks on your ad. So if, for example, your ad appears on Google 10 times, you'll only pay when it's clicked once. So for example, if they click it once, you pay once. If they click it twice, so forth. So we optimize by sending different signals to Google. This is based on your uh, web pages, your incoming links, as well as other factors. So this is how they get to find or click on your ad. Right. With search engine optimization, um, Google choose the keywords for you and bid them. So which is easier for you for your content to be visible. And then with search engine optimization, it takes a lot of time. Well, this is depending on the nature of your competition. So for example, when you search for pizza, it might take months to find the relevant to find your business, to be more specific. And then when you search pizza restaurant Nairobi, then it takes a lesser time to find the pizza in Nairobi. And this is lesser competition because you are specific that you want a pizza restaurant in Nairobi. Right, now let's look at search engine marketing. So like we said, search engine marketing is what you pay for. So now, how do you get started with search engine marketing? One, you create a campaign on Google Ads. So you log into Google Ads with your Google account and you start a campaign. And then from there, they will focus on your search advertising. So you select the search network to ensure that your ad is shown. And then from there, you choose your targeting options. This is you select your goals. And then from there, you choose your city, where you're from, or which city are you trying to connect with. And then from there, you pick the right keywords. It's always important to select the right keywords. And then from there, you write a compelling advertisement. So from here, you need to focus on the user benefits. You need to create a copy that appeals across devices. So we need to be able to find your content whether I'm searching on my cell phone or laptop and so forth. And you need to make sure that your headings are visible and clear, and implement all the ad extensions that are available to you. Now let's look at the tips of using search engine marketing. So you need to curate your keyword list. So find the relevant keywords. That way it will impact your click-through rate and the quality of your advertisement. So before we just go through, is there anyone who is familiar with ad extensions? I'll give a few seconds. Drop the answer in or rather drop the comment or any answer that you have in the chat box. Is anyone here familiar with ad extensions? So one way of boosting your search engine marketing is to boost your ad extensions. One of the quickest way or the easiest way one can improve their click-through rate is implementing ad extensions. So to make your ad extension stand out, you can add further context. And ad extensions, most of them are currently free. And actually, you can use your ads cheaper and in the long run. So it's cheaper to use ad extensions. So basically, ad extensions is extensions that are available when you want to create a campaign. Just to answer Sibongile's comment that she doesn't know what ad extensions are. And then lastly, you need to connect with your Google Analytics account, right? So this is, like we said, analytics. This gives you an idea of who clicked on your product, how visitors click on it, which landing page are they coming from, are they actually buying your product? Now let's look at social media, growing your business through social media. Social media is where a lot of us are spending our time on. So it's a great way for businesses to connect with their audiences and to basically advertise their products. And there are different ways or different social media platforms available out there. You just need to choose what is available for you. And research states that people generate, or businesses rather, generate more sales when they advertise on social media. And with 77% of Africa's population, there's a lot of people out there where you can reach new customers. You could make new business, and you could basically build relationships and networks globally with social media. So you get to add value to your brand. This is where you increase your customer service level. You start a two-way conversation with your customers. You show a different side of your business. This is where you show a video of, for example, if you're selling pizza, a video of you doing pizza in the background, or like you get to show them different aspects about your business, and you build your community. And with social media, you improve your marketing. You get to understand your customers better. It helps you get noticed on search. You attract more people on your site. You basically keep an eye on your competitors as well, so you get to see what other business are doing and maybe see if you can beat that. So there's two types of social media. There's organic social media, and then there's paid social media. So organic social media is basically views and actions, clicks that are free. Content appears on the business profile and people's newsfeed, and you get to reach your followers and the friends of your followers. Excuse me. And then with paid social media, you pay for the views. Basically, you pay for the actions, for the clicks. um, your ads appear in most places, and anyone can reach your product if you've paid for it. And this is not only people that you follow. So let's get started with social media marketing. Firstly, you need to define your audience. Who are they? What are they into? What influences them? When do they usually log in? What social media do they use? And then once you've determined your audience, you choose your channel. Remember that you different channels means different marketing strategies. Are you business focused? Are you lifestyle focused? You also, with your channels, you need to start with one, test it, learn it, understand it, and then try another one. From there, choose the one that works best for you. So here are different social medias that are free. This is your Facebook, your Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube. And some of these social media platforms have analytics available, so you get to learn more about your customers. So, for example, Facebook allows you to view the engagement of your post. And then three, you get to think about the types of content you wish to post. So, like I said, different platforms, different posts, or rather, different content. So, some people like a glimpse of what you produce. Others would like you to create useful how to content, and that you could use YouTube. And you could run a theme, or rather regular content posts, and you get to show a personality, and your customers get to understand that behind the social media there's actually a human being. And you get to post different things. You get to post pictures, videos, blogs, articles, anything that works with your customer best. And now let's take a look at the tips, or rather tips that you could use for social media marketing. So there's different benefits. So it helps you reach businesses. It gets you get to boost your organic social media posts as well. But just to look at how you can effectively grow your social media, or rather your business on social media, you get to set your goals. What do you want to accomplish? What are you hoping to accomplish? Are you looking at a faster way to increase your sales? Are you looking at a faster way to communicate with your customers? Understand your audience. It's important to know your audience. Knowing your audience is key to a successful business. And you get to, like, you need to consistently update your customers. So you need to be active on social media. Keep the posts coming, keep the conversations going. Let them know about your business. So posting regularly is very important. Now, let's look at the different types of content marketing. So, content marketing strategy is basically selling the idea of your products, like telling a story about your product, the post that you're gonna put out there, the quality of the content that you're gonna put out there. So, content marketing can take place in different forms. So you get to engage with your customers with your content, and the different types of content that you use is your videos, your blogs, case studies, or guides, if you have how-to guides as well. So you could use YouTube videos, you could use research papers, and you could create short content, 300 to 500 words blog posts, or you could do a shorter tweet or a Facebook post, or if you want a very informative long content, you go for articles. Right. So now let's get started with content marketing. With content marketing, you build your customer persona. So this is a good way to start to build your customer's profile. So for example, a persona would be the demographic, it could be the industry or the position that your customers work at. So once you get a grasp of the people who will be reading or viewing your content, it's much easier to share the content, or rather to know what to say to them. And then from there, you create a customer journey map. So you identify the steps users take um, from the awareness to the patches. And then you think about the questions or information required to make the purchase. And then you use content to generate business. You facilitate your customer journey. You distribute the content to the right channels. It's important to reach the right channels for your target audience. And always include a call to action with your content if you want to generate business. Now let's look at the tips on content marketing. So behind every successful brand, there is a wealth of valuable content that connects to your customers. So great content basically helps build trust. It builds a reputation of your business. And here are the tips that one could use to execute content marketing successfully. So you use content to facilitate sales. You use storytelling to engage with your customers. Remember, when you tell, or rather, you show a how to make a pizza video. So that's storytelling about your business. You distribute your content to reach more people, and you measure your performance. It's always important to measure your performance, see what worked, what didn't work, and change, tweak it. All right. So now we will look at email marketing. So email marketing is a great addition to your digital marketing strategy. Email marketing is basically you working with or communicating with your customers via email. So what you do is you create personalized content. So you customize your campaigns and create targeted content, because this is you sending one message to 100 people, or rather thousands of people, depending on your customers. And you collect evidence and surveys and feedbacks. So you get to track your customers' experience and understand if they like what you're selling, what kind of review do they have about your business. And it basically helps you with customer satisfaction. Are your customers satisfied with what you provide them? So email marketing, or rather email campaigns, allow you to get feedback from your customers and understand them better. And then from there, you get to connect with your already engaged audience. Why is it already engaged? Because the customers already gave you permission to use their emails, or rather to send them the newsletters that they are receiving. So basically, here it basically means that customers gave you permission, and that's why you need to always explain why they are receiving an email from you. It also gives you an opportunity to communicate with them on a larger scale, right? So by customers signing up on your emails, they get to hear from you. They get to get they receive useful information and relevant products. If you have a new update on your services, they get to receive it via email. If you have any announcements to make to them, they'll receive it via email. Right. So now let's get to look at the steps of getting started with email marketing. So with email marketing, you need to select the platform that you want to use. There are many email providers out there, and most of them, when you look at it, they have similar features. So you need to find what suits you. This could be from free platforms, or this could be more advanced ones if you want to tap into a wide range of functionalities. So to give you a few example, there is MailChimp, which is a really good one if you're just starting out. It's a free, they have a free service part, and there's also paid service. And you get to use it however way you want to, so that you could reach your customers. And then number two, you build a list of relevant contacts. So this is where you make sure that you have permission to use to contact people. You can invite them to subscribe. Um, and email marketing works when your audience wants to hear from you. So if you're going to send out emails, make sure that you also give them an option to unsubscribe if they don't want to hear from you anymore. Right. And then you select relevant and useful content. So it's always important to have the right content for your target audience. And it's important. Your email subscribers basically gave you permission. So you need to treat them like VIPs, because they gave you their emails to subscribe to your content. And always show personality. Like when you write the content, you need to choose your voice, your tone, and have a sense of humor when you're sending your content, and keep it useful. Excuse me. Keep it useful. Think about the emails when they open it. You don't want them to open and delete. So you need them to be relevant. It's always important to make sure that your content is relevant to your customers. Right. Now, how can we make email marketing a success? So, to make it a success, we'll need to segment and group the list of relevant content. So, this will help you tailor the message for your specific audience. And then you need to keep it short. Remember that everybody is bombarded with emails every day. So, you need to keep yours short and make sure that you have titles or headlines that are that are relevant to them, so that and also make sure that everything that you want is a click away, right? And make it easy for them to read. make it easy for them to scan quickly and see if that's what they want to read or need to read. And then make sure you open your click rate, and tweak your campaigns. Clicks, remember that clicks help you determine the success of your campaigns. And subscribe rate as well. um are people unsubscribing to your campaign? If so, why? Let them, allow them to give you feedback as to why they're unsubscribing to you. So before we move along, I'm gonna pause for questions. I have said a mouthful. Is there any questions, any comments? Don't forget to engage with us. We would love to hear from you. Do engage with us. Is there any questions? All right. No comments, no questions. We are all learning about digital marketing. I understand. Okay, let's move along. Now we will get to the practical part of digital marketing plan. So now we are building a digital marketing plan where we will give you an example, or rather examples, as we go along. So there are 6 steps in building a digital marketing plan. 1, what are your business goals? What are your objectives? What are you hoping to achieve? 2, do you have a budget or resources? 3, who are your audience rather? And 4, have you decided on what channels you want to use? 5, you need to plan your activities. And 6, you need to set SMART KPIs. Remember what SMART is. SMART is specific. That means you target a specific area of improvement. Measurable. You need to indicate your progress. Assignable. Specific. You need to specify who will do it. Realistic. I mean, we need to be realistic with your goals and your resources. What is available to you at that moment in time? And then time related. You need to specify when you want to achieve your goals. Then now we're going to take you through step by step. So now step 1 is business goals and objectives. So remember that successful businesses are based on your goals and your objectives. So you need to clarify the purpose of your business and identify your actions. So remember that goals are general statements that you desire, like basically statements that you desire to achieve your goals, while objectives are steps, specific steps or actions to reach your goals. Now let's read Mondli's business goal. So Mondli is a hairdressing, owns a hairdressing business, and his goals is to get more customers through his door and make people in his local area aware of his business. So he wants people to know that his business exists. 2, now let's align our business goals with our online objectives. As mentioned earlier on, that your online objectives are how you reach your business goals, the steps or rather actions to reach your goals. So now your business goals, let's say, are to make people aware of your business, to sell more products, to get found by people, and to get more returning customers. It's always important to keep a relationship with your customers. Now, with those business goals, your online objectives would be to increase your online reach and awareness, to increase your website sales, to increase social media followers or likes, and also to increase your traffic to the website. Now, like I've said, here are your examples of online objectives: increase traffic to website, increase online sales, increase social media page likes and followers, and also increase online reach and awareness. So if your business goal is to make more people aware that your business exists, then you need to set a goal that increase your reach and awareness. If you want to sell more products, you need to look at a way of increasing website sales. If you want to be found by people, you need to set a goals that increase your page likes and followers. Excuse me. And then if you want to get more returning customers, you need to increase again your website traffic. Now let's look at monthly budget and resources. So, what is possible with what he has? What is possible with what you have? So, you need to give yourself an honest statement about your challenges and your budget and the resources available to you. So, now Monthly doesn't have a website because it's too much of an investment right now. And his audience. So what he wants to his target audience is basically um, females in his local area um, that are 30 years old and that normally have children, and most of them use Facebook and work part-time. So he got demographic information there. He got the location, where they based, the age, identifying it from his customer base, and then job title. He has a rough idea of the people that he wants to work with. And also from here, he gets to see or understand his goals and the common problems or the audiences that he's facing or the challenges that they're facing, and also what they like, or in future what type of content he should share with them. Now now we look at the different marketing channels that could be available for him. So we will compare his online objective with the possible marketing channel that's there. So if he wants to increase his online reach and awareness, then possible channels he could use is social media, content marketing, and display marketing. And then if he wants to increase website sales, then he would use search engine marketing, search engine optimization, as well as email marketing. If he wants to increase his traffic, if he wants to increase traffic to his website, then same thing applies. He needs to use email marketing, search engine optimization, as well as search engine marketing. And if he wants to increase customer loyalty, social media works best, email marketing, as well as content marketing. So from here, you need to choose a channel based on your audience and the goals that you have. So there's two types of marketing. There's inbound marketing as well as outbound marketing. So inbound marketing is basically a marketing strategy that attracts customers by creating valuable content that is tailored to them. And the channels under inbound marketing is basically your search engine marketing, your search engine optimization, your content marketing, organic social media, as well as Google My Business. And then outbound marketing strategy is basically a strategy that pushes messages to your potential customers. So you're reaching out to them. So, and the way you could reach out to them is display, advertising, email marketing, paid social media, as well as affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is what's trending right now, as well as broadcast, or rather print marketing. So now we are looking at step 5. So he needs to plan his activity. So Monthly says, my online objectives are to reach more people in my local area, get more returning customers. I don't have a website yet, as it's too much of an investment right now. How could I use digital to help me? So this is how Monthly can go about it. So he could list his business on Google My Business. Remember, Google My Business is that free tool that allows people to find you when they search online. And he could also create free website. A free website, there are a lot of free websites available. He just needs to choose what works for him. So he could also set up a Facebook page. So on your Facebook page, you will collect reviews and post beautiful, or rather high quality pictures of your customer hairstyles. And then he could also use Facebook advertising to target people in his local areas. So this is content that will offer or rather attract new customers. And then our step 6 is to set smart KPIs. So with smart KPIs is basically being specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound, right? So is your objective specific? Can you measure the progress of your goal? Is your goal realistically attainable? Can you reach it? And how relevant is your goal to your organization? And what time frame are you looking at achieving your goal? An example of monthly would say, I want to increase my online sales by 20% within 3 months. And to increase our brand awareness, I'd like to work on Facebook and grow our audience with new people, or rather new customers, by 40%. So did you remember that Mondli is a hairdresser? So now let's look at a full picture of Mondli's digital marketing plan. So his business goal is to reach more people in his area and get more customers to walk through his door. And then his online objective would be to increase online reach, increase returning customers. And then his audience would be females between the age of 39 and 45. And these are from his local area or past customers. And the channels he would use is his local search engine optimization and Facebook. Because Facebook at that moment in time works for him, or this is the social media that works for him. And the activity would be to build a website to boost his visibility on Google, to use Facebook advertising to attract, or rather to target people in his local area. And then his smart objective would be to increase his booking from past customers by 20% in the next quarter, and to also increase Facebook page likes or following from new people by 40% within the next month. And there we have a digital marketing plan with 6 steps for Mondli. Now let's get to look at the 6 steps again. So number 1, you rather look for your business goals and objectives. 2, you look at your budget and resources. 3, you check your target audience. Who are you trying to target? And 4, you pick your channels. What channels work for you best? What can you afford at that moment in time? And you plan your activity. What is it that you want to do? And then the last step is measuring with your SMART goals. I am going to pause for questions or comments. I see Nziyelolo says that I'm learning so much. Thank you so much. I am also learning as I'm going through the session with you. It's always important that we learn new things and get our businesses out there so we could reach more sales. So any questions, any comments, do drop them in the chat box if you have any questions or comments. Right, we don't have any questions or comments, meaning that we are learning the way Ntsigelelo is learning with us. Like I said, remember that Google offers a free one-on-one mentoring. If you do need mentoring from Google, and you are a small business or a charity, then Google Mentoring is definitely for you. You should sign up for them and use the services. Remember, it's free. You don't have to pay anything for it. What are our next steps? So our next step is to you can go to Google and find various short courses and training programs available. So you just have to find courses that are relevant to you and implement what you have learned today. Remember, this is very important to have a digital marketing plan because it gives you an idea of what your business needs to reach customers, or rather to reach that goal that you need. So you can go to Grow with Google site and and find courses that are relevant to you and what you need. And then there's different social media platforms. So thank you so much for coming today. You can follow us on Twitter, we are Digital AF, and on Facebook, we are Digital Skills for Africa. On Instagram, we are Digital Skills AF. And also remember to follow Schoolnet South Africa. We are Schoolnet SA on Instagram, Schoolnet SA on Facebook, as well as Instagram. Thank you so much for joining our session today. Please come back and join us next week as we take you through different courses that are available to you. Thank you so much for joining us today, and I hope you enjoyed our session.